This is the Baddies Book Club podcast.
With Shay, or Slay if you nasty.
Natty B or Natty B Black if you're bad. This is a book club for sad and emotionally unstable hoes who want to do better.
Every month, we'll review a book with you all, hearing your feedback and discussing topics from the book. On the other weeks, we'll be going through segments of Baddies Banter,
talking all things related to dating, relationships, love, sex, breakups, makeups, and therapy. Your favorite unqualified baddie therapist.
Ow.
All they wanna do is copy and paste, but you they can't replace. So
The Baddies Book Club. Yeah.
Vocals. Listen to
Always
the
do the
vocals.
vocals. For those of you that are seeing any kind of visuals, we're doing PJ Tuesdays.
PJ Tuesdays.
Yeah.
PJ Tuesdays. Mm-hmm.
We'll come all nice and chill.
I've also got my electric blanket on.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I was looking at buying one and I was like, should I do it? Should I not?
It's really nice because
No,
it's
it
like
is.
cold. Because he lives as well.
I know. I remember when I stayed at your house and I was like, this is really up there with like the best things in life.
It is. Even my niece who's used it was like, where did you buy this? Because it's amazing.
Yeah.
She's
And the
30.
fact that it's got a timer on it.
I know. And different
Yeah, it can go
temperatures
up.
as well,
Yeah.
which is so nice. It's a treat.
I like
It's a real treat. I don't know who I think I am.
Well, good.
Yeah, exactly. I'm warm and broke.
No, it's hella cold out here in these streets.
It really is.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere
Freezing.
hot, like Tuscany in August.
Yeah. Now everyone knows where we're going to be in August.
Yeah, but August is like 5 weeks long. How will they know?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I was actually on, I know we're going to be going away, but I was actually on a holiday website looking at holidays to like Mexico, even though I've just been,
Yeah.
but just anywhere hot.
When? When were you looking for?
Oh, not until like October next year.
Who are
I
you gonna
know.
go with?
Don't know.
TBC.
TBC. We'll think about it. We'll see who's available.
Available. I'm busy.
Who's available? What are we talking about today? Where should we start?
Should we talk about? Do we start from like, what was our like not weirdest? Is weirdest or like the most disappointing date we've been on? I can start. With
Okay, I was having a think, but yeah, let's go. So most disappointing date after becoming single again in our 30s. Slay, go.
So I took a sabbatical from dating, and then my girl was like, just give it a go. And I was like, okay. So I downloaded Hinge for the first time, and I said, I'm giving it 4 weeks. So I matched with this person. Can I just say, in between all of this, right? I'm texting Natty to be like, what does this mean? How do I work this? Like, what does this thing? Because like, there's like a symbol that means that they're verified and like, or whatever. There was just like some things I didn't get it. And don't come for me, people. Like, I was in a long-term relationship when dating apps did not exist. So allow me, please. So
yes, we're that old.
yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, showing our age for real. I don't care. I'm fabulous. So imagine this guy. What are we gonna call him? We're gonna call him something in a hot minute because I don't want to give it up.
I know, I'm trying to work out already who are you talking about, but I'm gonna be patient and wait.
Well, you gave me a lot of advice because his advice was basically like, before you go on a date with somebody, maybe FaceTime them so you just see that they're not catfish, basically. So we were texting and stuff, and it was jokes and nice. It seemed nice. It seems nice. So we arranged a date. Okay, fine. One of the things was like, oh, I like going to like exhibitions and stuff. So he was like, oh, I can work from home from a cafe nearby the date and then meet you after. I was like, why you gotta do all that? I don't know. Maybe that in itself is problematic. But I was just like, why you gotta do all that? Why are you leaving your home to go work in a cafe all day just so you can meet me at like 5? Because last entry is at 6.
Mm.
So we have an hour in the tape. It just felt like you're doing too much. You're doing too
Yeah.
much. You don't even know me yet. We've never
Mm.
met. So then I was like, okay, let me just think about it. So we have our and then I spoke to you and I was like, okay, let me do this FaceTime. So we FaceTime each other on Hinge. And I was like, I'm not feeling this. And he sat like this. So for the listeners, you can't like he sat with his face in his hand. So like his chin pressing into the palm of his hand like
Mm-hmm.
this. But just seemed a bit nervous and whatever. But then again, it is nerve-wracking FaceTiming someone that you'd never met before, right?
Yeah, it's a bit awkward.
It is awkward. But from that, I was like, I told a white lie and I just said, can we just meet on another day and go to a wine bar instead? Because I didn't want him to do like pack his laptop and all that when I wasn't feeling even the FaceTime.
Yeah.
And I think I said to you, I was like, I'm not feeling it, but I'm
Oh,
gonna go with it. I'll go with it. You know
yeah,
now, innit?
I know who you're talking about now, yeah. Carry on.
Okay, so I get there first. One thing I don't like is lateness. I don't like when people are late. He was late.
Mm.
Spoiler.
How
He was
late? How
late.
late was he?
Maybe like 10 or 15 minutes
Okay.
late. Yeah. The thing
See,
is,
for me, I feel like it's
it's
not good
fine.
first impressions, but it's not like ridiculous. If they were like an hour late, I'll be like, you're taking a piss. 15 minutes is the max for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think 50 minutes is, but I also like, don't leave me waiting. How dare you? You're not my friend. You're not somebody that
Yeah.
I love and that I have patience for and love for. Like, no, you
Yeah.
should be
You're
here
actually
before
a
me.
nobody. Yeah.
You're
It's on a
literally
first date.
nobody.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Mm.
And it's not like you're coming from far because we both live on the Vicky line, so I don't get it. I just didn't understand. But anyway, so I'm sitting there and it's in the summer, so I'm sitting outside and then I'm cringing already at the thought of it. He's walking towards me, but he's on the other side of the road and he's not crossing at the traffic light now. He's walking so that he is like parallel to me. So I'm on, say, if you're walking towards me, I would be on the left hand side of the road. So as you're walking towards me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's walking towards me. So instead of crossing at the traffic light and then being on the same side of the road as me, he walks still on the same side, but there's nowhere to cross. And it's a busy road. And he's
Okay.
standing there now for ages, waiting to cross. I look over at him and he stands there with his like really looking like a pencil and he just does like a wave like this. Like when I say like this, Sarah, when I say he's doing like a sort of like, I don't know, almost like the Queen wave vibe, just be like,
Arm
hiya.
stiff. Yeah.
Literally arm stiff with like rigid body, like hi, like
So
looking like a
awkward.
flagpole.
Yeah.
And then eventually there's a break in traffic and he crossed the road and I got up and I said like, hi. And I said, why didn't you cross at the traffic light?
You got the ick even before you met him.
Stop
Like
it.
even I'm getting secondhand ick because I'm just imagining this guy standing there waving awkwardly as the cars are passing. Like, why are the cars not stopping for you, sir? Like, do you know what I mean? Why are
I
you waiting
don't
on the
get it.
cars?
Why would you want to play with traffic?
So hold on, let me just get the scenario right so our listeners can visualize it as well. You're sat in the coffee shop at this point,
Wine bar.
the wine bar. You're sat in a wine
Mm.
bar, and there's obviously a window, so you can see all this happening.
I'm sitting outside, so I can see it.
Oh,
Real
you're sitting
time.
out. Oh goodness. Oh dear, that is just icky, isn't it? Why didn't he call you? That would have been less weird, I feel like.
What to say? I can see you.
Yeah, that would have been less awkward than an awkward wave because it's like, how long did he wave for? Did you wave back? And how long were
I
you
know
waving
when
for?
I kind of just lifted my hand up to be like, hi, I see you kind of thing. And then I looked away and I was just like, oh my God.
Did he
I
look
was like,
away? Was he still staring? Like,
he was
this is
he was
just a
looking
weird.
left and right and left again.
Oh, because
Because
he
he
had to cross the road. Oh my gosh. Why did the man cross the road?
what right? Why? Because it wasn't for me, because that was not my guy. They cross over and he sits down and like I say hi and it's a hot day, but there's a little bit of a breeze.
Mm.
Already I'm getting like some sort of smell, like
Oh,
let me just. I'm gonna get
mm.
cancelled real quick, but it was there.
Cancelled over what? If he stunk, girl.
Amen. You know what? I get on the tube. People get on the tube every day. People smell every day. It's fine. Let's just relax.
Yeah.
But it was. I don't know if it was like being on the tube. It was too hot or whatever. Like
Let's not make excuses.
that
Let's not, because he
insane,
could carry deodorant and
right?
aftershave.
Because we
Something.
carry our makeup, we carry deodorant, we carry
Mhm.
like sanitizer, whatever it is, like chewing gum, mints. Like we are prepared. Can you come prepared, please?
He's coming
So
to impress as well.
he
Let's
did
just
not come to
get that straight.
impress.
Mm.
He came to disappoint, like for real. So we're there, we're sitting down. So I'm just like, oh, what do you want to have to drink? Like, and then we said we'll get some like nibbles. So we get some nibbles and everything. I don't know. Sometimes when people don't eat, like when anyone I'm dating doesn't really like a certain type of food, I'm like, you're childish, man. Just try it.
Yeah.
Hey, you,
Yeah.
you
If you're
grown.
if you're in your mid-20s, like, and you haven't tried certain foods because you don't like them, it's childish.
It is childish. Just give it a go, please. Like,
Can I just put a disclaimer though? I'm not trying oysters. I'm just saying that. But I'm not childish.
she childish.
That's the only thing. I do not like the texture of that in
Oh,
my
they're so
mouth.
good. They're so
Mm-mm.
good.
We're gonna cut that out. But like some people that are just like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something like that's basic to me, but some people are like, no, I'm not having that.
Mm.
Sparkling water.
Oh, people that say no,
Childish.
go away. That is
Absolutely
childish.
childish. It
I
is.
just had a thought of like what actually was my worst date talking about this now that you said oysters. But anyway, we'll get into that.
Oh, there's
This
more.
is up there anyway.
This is the most disappointing
Disappoint.
category.
Yes, disappointing.
The
That's it.
award that we're giving.
So we're like chatting and stuff. This is when this guy tells me that he like loves fizzy drinks, and I was thinking, nah, man. And he's like, yeah, I love Dr. Pepper. I said, they still make Dr. Pepper, and he said, yeah.
Dr. Pepper.
Is that the
Is that how
tune?
it goes?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. Oh my god! I hope I didn't get that wrong.
I have
No,
no
I'm
idea.
sure. Oh yeah, you're not from the UK.
I actually had no idea because my follow up. I'm not from MK.
UK.
UK.
Yeah,
Oh, UK. Yeah, that's true.
I think it was like. Were you here in the early 2000s? Just
Mm,
might have been
hmm
then. Anyway, sorry, sidetrack. But I'm sure that
Yeah,
is the jingle for Dr. Pepper.
she's gonna Google it anyway.
Oh yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm googling it, and when I find it, I'm actually going to play it. But yeah, carry on.
Okay. So I was like, yeah, do they still make Dr. Pepper? And he was like, yeah, I had one before I came to meet you. I was like,
Uh,
oh, is that why you were late? Like, why are you just, who's downing Dr. Pepper these days?
it's such
Who's
a gross drink.
It's so disgusting. It's like
disgusting.
marzipan in a bottle. It's
No, it's
grim.
bad. It's just like a gross Coke.
It is.
Off.
Oh,
And how old? Sorry, how old is
old
this guy roughly? I don't think you shared that.
34. 34.
Wow.
The reason why I remember that is because he wanted a particular gift for his 35th. But just for more context for everybody else, like why, when he said he drank Dr. Pepper and like he told me about his diet, like he doesn't really cook, he has takeaway all the time. I was like, I was thinking, and I said to him, oh, type 2 diabetes is a thing. So
Yeah.
be careful. And he was like, yeah, I do rely on my metabolism quite a bit, which I know is quite bad. I said, it's going to catch up with you before you know it. Like
Yeah.
you're going to be walking around with one leg before you know it. So
Mm,
take it easy, like Godspeed vibes.
yeah.
And I could tell he had a bad diet. I could tell that this mofo had a bad diet because why? I could hear everybody in the back going, why did you tell? Because his bottom set of teeth had plaque all the way. I'm like pointing as if people could see, but it had like what plaque? Is it plaque? Plaque. Plaque sounds
Plaque.
weird to say.
Yeah.
Plaque
You could say,
sounds.
plaque.
I'm gonna say
Sounds
plaque. Plaque.
plaque.
He had it right up to his top of his teeth. There was probably like an inch separating that
Oh my
and his
god.
teeth, the plaque in his teeth. And I was like, no wonder he would sit with his head in his chin in his hand because he was trying to cover it. And I could see it. And
Mm,
that's what he was doing on the FaceTime. And I was like,
mm,
no, not me with my dental insurance. Why are you not like, no,
yeah,
floss
not good.
sometime.
Yeah.
His
I
hygienist
mean,
would need
that
a
was probably
chisel.
was beyond flossing if
It,
it's plaque,
it's a hygienist, like
plaque.
two hygienists at one time.
Damn.
Two hygienists, one
Like we
boy.
really
That's
have
what
the
we did.
NHS, for a reason. I
Use
know
it.
you gotta pay like a standard fee, but you checkups are on the NHS.
Please use it. Like it's also subsidized, heavily subsidized if you instead of going private.
Yeah.
Make the most of it. How dare you? How dare you come and meet me like this? How dare you?
Dare you come with your plaque? I mean,
Like
Shay, maybe he had an appointment booked later in that week to get rid of it. But he was like,
late in
I
the week,
really gotta see this babes today. Let me
that's
go.
gonna be 10 years worth of work of fixing. Like it was bad.
But aren't you
Like,
willing to did you not see any
no,
potential in him? If he got rid of the
no,
plaque on his teeth, okay, that
no,
was a straight no.
mm-mm. No. Already no, because when you're late, right? But you're giving, then fine. Like there's more about you. You're not telling me you eat takeaway every day and you drink Dr. Pepper and you rely like in my head, his flat was covered in takeaway boxes and
Mm,
tins of like fizzy drinks. You know what I mean?
giving slob.
That's it is giving slob. And it's giving like you're gonna make me a widow or I'm gonna have to push you in a
Mm.
wheelchair. No.
I think that's the more serious part of it, isn't it? Because I know we're joking about, oh my God, he drinks fizzy drinks, but it's lifestyle choices that can reduce your life expectancy and potentially mean that you're going to die early. And if you're supposed to be my life partner, we want to live life together. So you can't be dying in your 50s, bro, because I'm going to be living
Right?
to like 110.
Come on.
So that's a whole like 50 odd years without you.
A lot of years.
A lot of
So fix
years.
up. And then
Fix
there
up,
wasn't
man.
any physical attraction either. Like
Mm,
no physical, no sexual chemistry, nothing. Like I just felt like I was meeting a colleague that I hadn't seen in 2 years. Like
damn.
I was catching up. It didn't feel like, ooh, I really want to kiss you. You think I'm kissing you? No. No. It's just
It
not
was a
gonna
no.
happen.
It was a no from when you saw him across the road. Let's be honest.
When you look
The
like where's
black
Wally? Come on.
Stop it. Does he wear glasses as well?
Yes.
Ah,
And he wore a
a red
cream,
and
like a
white scarf.
kind of red on my hat. Stop it. The t-shirt he had on was like beige with black stripes. So it looked like
Oh
he was wearing
no.
like a Where's Wally like summer edition outfit or something.
The exclusive editions. Oh my God. I'm embarrassed for him.
Nah, it just wasn't for me. Like, and I just thought, do you remember I texted you saying I can't wait to leave?
Yeah. You
And
do say
before
this
that,
a
I
lot
told
though when you go
you
on your dates.
that's true.
I would say 80% of your dates, you're like, oh, this is boring. Can't wait to go home. Just want to talk to you on the phone, Nat.
I literally like my favorite part is leaving and calling you,
Yeah.
talking
We
to
get
you
so
about
many
the day.
lols. So
There's
many.
just so many lols. So already I'm like, I'm not feeling it. Like every part of my body has like shriveled up. Like nothing is wide open at all. Like there's no feelings or
No juices flowing at all.
none. None. Not even your oyster aphrodisiac. No,
Wow.
nothing. And
Mm.
then we're talking about cars. And he says, like what I said to him, like, when's your birthday? And he told me, and I was like, oh, what are you doing for it? He was like, actually, I really want to get myself a new car. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, what have you got now? And he says he's got a Renault now. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, what do you want to get? And he was just like, oh, so I've been like manifesting this car that I really want. I was like, oh my gosh, cool. And I was like,
I'm already
what is it?
laughing and I know what's coming. Sorry.
Stop it.
Because it gets funnier every time you tell me this story because it's so unbelievable. Let me let you speak. Let me let you speak.
Even your
Sorry.
reaction on the night it still tickles me. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, what car do you want and like what color? Like, asking, I think vital like questions for your birthday car. So he's like, yeah, I've been manifesting it. It's like, it's my dreamy car. And I was like, oh my God, like he wants like a Range
Build up.
Rover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was. I was like racking my brains, like a Beamer, a Benz, like what is it? And then he was like,
G-Wagon.
"Uh, there's so many things
So
that could have
many.
been said. Even if he said, I want a Toyota, it's fine. The Japanese know how to make cars. It's
The
fine.
listeners are thinking, okay, so what was it then?
Yeah,
If
because
it's
if it's
none of
not a Toyota,
those.
if it's not a Nissan Toyota, then what is it? It was
Yeah.
a Fiat 500, okay?
It's ridiculous is the only word I can think of.
It is ridiculous. I'm not like shading anybody who has one.
Oh no,
If
not at all.
not at all, and also for London, it's a great car to have. Like, I have a couple of friends that got that car. You can park almost anywhere with that.
But sorry, your friends are what? Small female women.
I was like,
Female
they
women.
are what? I was like, people?
Yeah,
They're not
they
men.
are people,
They
and they're
are,
probably
yeah.
not 6 foot.
Yeah. This is the thing. It's like, it was like 6'3". I was like, you look like you know how clowns come out of like small cars,
Yeah,
like, and they just keep coming, and it's like, how do you pack them in there? So it's like, you're
yeah,
gonna struggle getting out. That's bad for your back already. You're gonna have to go
right.
chiropractor at some point in life. On top of that, you're gonna get type 2 diabetes because your diet's bad,
And your teeth gonna fall out.
and your teeth can fall. So you're gonna be toothless, backless, and what? Legless. Stop it.
And legless. And legless. Oh my god.
The type 2 diabetes get you like that. And I was like, "Oh." And he went, do you know what it is?" I said, "Yeah, I know what it is." And I said a couple of my friends have that car. I was like,
Mm.
"Oh, okay." And I said, "Oh, what color are you thinking?" Trying to be like, "What?"
Trying to
Trying to
entertain
hide
his
my
dream.
so flabbergasted. Yeah, I don't want to ruin his dream. And then he said, "Oh, I
Sorry.
want this like."
Sorry, it's his dream car. Not even that this is the next car I'm gonna buy.
That's it. If he said this is the next car, I think that's different. But he said this is my
Yeah,
dream
we're
car.
not laughing at the car. Yeah.
No, it's also dream big, my G. If I'm your dream woman, how is that your dream car?
Right? It doesn't add up.
It doesn't. The math is not mathing.
No.
Like, this is how much of a dream car it was. He told me that he had printed out a picture of this car and put it on his bedroom wall. Like, why do you need to do that? That car is so attainable.
So attainable. The bar is low for him.
Like,
I'm
it's
just
just,
wondering.
yeah.
Every time you tell me this, I'm like, does he wake up every morning and look at that picture and think,
Yes.
this could be the year. This could be the year I could get my dream car.
He said he wants it for his birthday next year. So he
Oh,
said he's
next
going to
year.
get it. So I was like, oh, are you saving to like buy it outright? Because I think even secondhand is like 7 grand. I'm not saying everyone has 7 grand, but
It's not like there's more expensive cars.
there's more expensive cars in the world, right? So, and he was just like, no, I'll just get it secondhand. I was like, so you're manifesting this car. You've printed out a picture to look at it every day, wake up, go sleep, you see it, and you're manifesting it. This is your dream car, and you're buying it secondhand. What is going on in your life that you can't get? Why is this happening?
Why? And why is that your dream?
Why
What's
is that
his
your dream?
reality? What's his
His
reality at
reality
the
is
moment?
he eats takeaway and drinks Dr. Pepper every day.
So maybe that is the dream for him because
It's the
maybe
dream
he's
for him,
below the bar,
right?
evidently. That was
So
not your man.
that was never anything to me. The color. I said, "What color you want?" He said, "I want a gunmetal gray." I was like, "Oh, that's nice." And I said, and then I was like, "Oh, that sounds nice." I was like, "Oh, like a is it a gray? Is it blue gray? Like what kind of gray?" And he was like, "Oh, I'll show you." So we look at traffic and we just sit in silence looking at cars going by. I was
I
like,
like how
"Oh,
you
this is
began your date.
just
The car thing was a thing, yeah,
it was a
evidently.
thing." And then a Paul drives bars and he goes, "Oh, like that color." So I thought, you want that color, but not that car. Say less. Gotta go home. Like, this
Yeah.
is not.
Oh, look, there's my ride.
Yeah,
And it's not a Fiat
it's
500.
Porsche in the
It's the
gunmetal
Porsche,
gray.
and it's my new man that's coming to pick me up,
I
who's just come
manifest
back from the dentist.
right.
and just
And
finished
he
his
took sparkling
CrossFit
water.
session at the gym. He's everything that you're not. Okay.
I'm not this petty, but I'm not this superficial. But this was a no, because the way I live my life is not like this.
Yeah.
Take away every
The, life,
day.
the lifestyles wouldn't have matched up.
It really wouldn't have.
It wouldn't have.
It's just not for me. I just thought, how did I get myself here? This is like, how am I here? And then I just said, I've got to go. I've got an early start. I told a white lie and I left. Go home, and I call you now. Get home. He texts me and he says like, "Thank you. I had such a nice time." No, he sent me a voice note being like, "I had a really nice time. We'd definitely like to see you again." I didn't reply till the next day because I was like, it's late. I could be sleeping.
Yeah.
The next day, I sent him a voice note back and I just said like, thank you as well for your time. But personally, I did not feel a romantic connection.
Damn. Did he respond
Yeah.
to that, or did he
Yeah.
just leave it? Oh, he did.
He said it was short but sweet. Take care, Shay. Yeah. At least he replied, because some guys don't be replying. Because
Some guys get in their feelings and
Ooh,
get
they-
bitter, and they block you or like don't respond.
they
That's
say
on
a
them.
lot. That was a
Sulky
very
bitches.
disappointing day. It was
That
very
was so,
disappointing.
it was disappointing on a few levels. Just yeah, it seemed like the vibes weren't even there. Like he could have turned it around if he came in, even if he
Yeah.
smelled like
Yeah.
if he was funny and had charisma.
There was
Then you
none.
might have been like, yeah, do you know what? I might look past the plaque on the
There's a
teeth.
little something.
Yeah, he's giving
There's
nothing.
Nothing, sis. Nothing.
It's gone down in the books. It's the first
I
one
couldn't
officially that we've
believe it.
spoken about.
I
Yeah, so
believe
while you were talking about your
Mm.
story, I was like, what's my most disappointing date? Because
You've had a few.
I've had a lot. And I'm trying to think of the top one. I don't want to like confuse disappointing with like bad and like horrible. Just one that kind of amounted to nothing. Oh,
Yeah.
I've got it.
She's got
Okay.
it.
I've got it. What did we nickname this one?
I don't know, because you haven't shared.
Do you know what? We haven't given him this name before, but I'm going to call him the recruitment consultant, and you'll remember once I start to tell the story. So again, met this lovely, connected on the lovely app that is Unhinged. So yeah, we met on that app, and yeah, he was cute or whatever, like just my type. You know what my type is.
Yeah.
Dark with a beard is pretty much all I require. So yeah, that's how he was looking. So I was like, yeah. I remember I sent you a picture and I was like, yep, he looks like he could do some damage. Yep. Like.
Yeah.
So on his profile, he must have said that he can make a mean egg sandwich. So I thought, let me just be a bit slick. I was like, I'm just sliding up in here, just trying to get that egg sandwich.
Hey, she was hungry that day.
I was hungry, honey.
Been hungry.
So yeah, we started talking, and then this is a little bit dishonest to me, but whatever, who cares? We were talking about like what we're doing, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to go to the cinema later," and I was like, "No way, me too."
I already know. I know now.
You know who the recruitment consultant is now. I know. I'm telling you the long-winded
The
version.
The recruitment consultant nickname is perfect.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
They'll get to know why. So yeah, he was like, I'm going to the movies to go and see Oppenheimer. I hope I said that right. And low key, I wanted to see that movie. It was on my list. I don't always go to the cinema, but I was like, I want to see it. And I didn't have my children that day, so I was actually free. So yeah, he was like, oh yeah, after work, I'm gonna go. And I was like, oh my God, me too. Like, should we just go together? I was like, let me just throw it out there. Should we just go together? He was like, yeah, that would be a good idea. So we met up, went to the cinema. I remember as well, I said to you, should I buy a ticket or should I expect him to buy me a ticket? And Shay was like, buy yourself a ticket. And I was like, okay. I wasn't going to, because me, I like to be taken care of. I like a man to pay for everything.
Yeah.
Dave's rolling her eyes. So, yeah, got there, I bought my ticket, and then like he met me and he was like, oh my gosh, I already got you a ticket. So he had 2 tickets and I had a ticket. And then we had the faff of trying to get a refund. Couldn't get a refund. So I had to transfer my ticket to another day, which I never did go back to the cinema. So I just lost that money, whatever.
Ugh.
I know, annoying. So anyways, we went to go and watch the movie. We're sitting there, we're kind of talking in between the movie. It's not really an ideal first date because you can't get to know someone. I was like, kind of like his vibe. It's very chill, very peaceful. And then, yeah, finished the movie, whatever. And yeah, he didn't have a car. Actually, no. Not only didn't have a car, he also didn't have a license at 30 plus. Again, I don't want to shame people. I really don't. I know there's certain circumstances.
But she's going to do it anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. I know there's certain circumstances where people can't get a license. But if you are able-bodied, of a sound mind, over 30,
Preach.
I think you should have a car license. Not a car necessarily, but a license or the intention to get one in the next 12 months at a minimum. So yeah, he didn't have a license and
he didn't have a sound mind.
He later found out he did not have a sound mind. So anyways, I say all this because I ended up dropping this man home. I know. Yeah. So I dropped him home and we pull up outside his auntie's house. When I tell this story, I'm like, what was I? And
his auntie.
He lives with his auntie.
I'm looking at you like it's the first time I'm hearing this, but
yeah, he lives with his auntie. Anyway, I won't get into the story of why he's living with his auntie, but that's where he was at. So his auntie's in the front of our house, like in the kitchen as well, with the light on. And I'm like, your auntie can see us, and he's like, she's fine. I was like, okay, whatever. So we're chatting, we're having the most wholesome, deep conversation ever. Like he's a creative. He's like a music producer, director, something to do with music. So he's very like expressive and all that stuff. We had a good chat. Yeah. So yeah, then it just came to the end, and then like he gave me a hug, which I was like, just a hug is what I'm thinking in my head.
You're like, I dropped you off and I'm getting a hug.
I dropped you. I sound like one of those. What's the word? Chauvinistic men. Like, I bought you a drink. You got to give it up. I dropped you home. You got to give it up.
You better give me a kiss or something.
Or something.
Kiss me on the cheek.
Car. Yeah, with a hug. Oh my god. I'm joking. It wasn't like that, guys. But it was a bit like, I didn't expect anything, but I was like, we were vibing. I thought, like a little kiss, little cheeky kiss. Now he gave me a hug, and that was it. Came home. I messaged him when I got back home, and I think I messaged him again the next day, and I could already feel like the vibes weren't there. So I was like, cool, let's leave it as that. So that was really quite disappointing because it was like, it would have been a cute story, like, you were going to the movies together and then we got together, but it just didn't pan out like that.
On the story.
Yeah. So yeah, left it as that. Didn't hear from him for a few days, and then where I live, in the town that I live, it's very small. Okay, there's not many gyms in our area, or there are, but everyone just goes to like one or two gyms.
It's like the pub in your gym.
Pretty much. It's a Hinge meetup spot. It really is. The amount of let me not bait myself out.
Yeah. Leave it there.
We'll leave it there. But I went for my workout, as I usually do, going to my spin class, and I see him there like at the gym, and I'm like, well, this is great. Like, why have I never seen you before? And now that we've been on a date and you've semi-ghosted me, I'm bumping into you. So
and he saw you, right?
Yeah. So here's the thing. I did my workout and I was like, I was going to change my workout because I didn't want to work out in front of him. But I was like, I always go on this treadmill, and he so happens to be standing behind, like working out behind that treadmill. I'm going to go and do my thing. So I went and did my thing. I was going hard, doing my sprints, all that stuff, absolutely dripping with sweat. And I could see this guy sat behind me for my entire workout. And the thing he was using, I don't even know what it's called. I think it's like a, oh God.
Is it
like
bench
a chest press? No, he was sitting upright but like pushing the weights out. Is that a chest press?
Oh yeah, maybe. Wow, you
Who
can tell
does
reading.
this particular exercise for 30 minutes, please?
That's what I'm saying. You were running for 30 minutes.
Yeah. And he was just behind me doing this every now and again because I could see him in the window. And I'm like, if you wanted to talk to me, you could have called me, you could have messaged me.
Right? You
Don't
have a way
wait
to
for
contact
me.
me.
Yeah, while I'm doing my workout. So I finished my workout now, come off the treadmill. Literally, as I turn around, he's right there. And he's like, oh, you were going in. And I'm like, why aren't you going in?
What's up? Yeah.
Why are you not sweating? Why are you sitting there watching me? Is what I
Right?
was
You
thinking in my head.
creep.
Yeah. So then we had this really awkward interaction. I was like, okay, cool. And then as I left, he was like, yeah, you should make an effort to keep in touch.
I forgot he said make an effort.
Yeah, he said make an effort to keep in touch. And I'm like, I was the last one to message you. Are you okay? And I was just like, whatever, and just walked, like, left that. So that was that now.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see
Not
him
the
again.
end.
Not the end. Didn't see him again. I even went on holiday to Mexico, came back. There was probably like 5 weeks in between the last time I saw
quite a
him.
long time.
I wasn't thinking about him at all. Like, we didn't even kiss, do nothing. So he's really not in my mind. He pops up. Hey, just sending you a signal. Why do guys do this?
Why do they?
Is this
It's
just
like,
say he
hey,
works for
big
EE?
head,
Yeah.
go away.
Sending you a signal.
What
Okay,
signal?
then. Don't know.
Are you
So then-
drowning?
Should have been. Yeah, anyways, he started chit-chatting with me and he was like, hey, oh, your birthday's coming up or something like that. And I was like, yeah, it is. And then he said, oh, side note, I could do with using your piano fingers at some point. So some of you know, like, I know how to play the piano. So I was like, use my piano fingers. He was like, yeah, like we could meet up in the studio and
Is that a
like,
euphemism?
well, I would have hoped it was. Then that would have been more
Right?
exciting.
Right?
No, he actually wanted me for my piano skills, Shay. Like,
I know.
I was like, you mean you don't want this goodie?
Is good. You don't want
Is
this booty
goodness?
that's been running for 30 minutes and you were watching it? What do
Right?
you mean?
But you want me to play the piano, like an actual piano, not your piano?
No, your piano.
Piano? No, he actually meant me come to his studio to play a tune that he can like sample or record for one of his
Audacity.
songs. So I want to say to him, I wasn't on Hinge looking for a job. Like,
Yeah.
I was on Hinge looking for a potential partner, a babes, a booty call, something romantic.
Right? Not
I
work.
didn't
You don't want to
realize-
work.
I don't want to work. I didn't realize it was Indeed. I didn't know you were a recruitment consultant on Hinge.
He was doing LinkedIn.
He was doing LinkedIn on Hinge.
Hi
and I'm
there. I saw
like,
you've got the green banner that you're open for work.
No, something else is open. Not for work.
I can work something else though.
I don't work this ass. Not these
Oh
piano
my.
fingers.
My piano fingers can be working something else. Oh my
Right?
gosh. Mm-mm.
So yeah, he was like, oh, something like, the start of any good relationship is based on friendship, blah blah blah. I was like, I ain't got no vacancies for friends either.
Right? We are full at capacity.
At capacity, I have like a
Mhm.
handful of friends and I'm okay with that. And
Yeah.
adding a male friend to the list is a rarity for me.
For you. It really is.
So I was like, no, sir, like that's not going to happen. And then he did this whole paragraph. Oh, I didn't feel a romantic connection between us, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, cool. 5 weeks later, we've all moved on. You
Mhm.
did not need to pop back up to
And
ask to
send
offer me a
signals
job.
to me.
Yeah, and offer me a job. Like, go and like what goes through men's minds? I don't get it.
Like,
So,
yeah, she won't mind me asking her to help me make music when we've been on a date, when we've been dating, like doing romantic things, basically.
Yeah.
You've not
I
been
know we
doing
didn't
platonic
kiss.
things.
Yeah, but like I already fancied you, so now I'm not going to be your friend. We've already crossed that boundary for me. I can't
Mhm.
see a friend and be like, yeah, I want to, do do things with them because then that's not my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I explained that to him and he was like, "Rah, it feels like we're breaking up." And I was like,
What?
"No."
It's not that deep, bro.
And I was like, "It's not that deep at all." That's pretty much what I said. And I said, "Good luck in finding your piano fingers." Left it as that, blocked him, deleted him.
Didn't you see him in the gym again?
Saw him in the gym. So this is I love this about me, right? Then once they go in the graveyard, these men, they literally become dead to me. So when I saw him in the gym, I looked straight through him like he didn't exist.
Because he
Just
was
walked straight
dead.
past him. He was dead. He was
Like,
dead.
you looked right through him because he's a ghost. Like, why
Yeah.
would you need to acknowledge that? We don't do that.
No, there's no reason for us to be friends. Like we didn't build up any kind of
Mm-mm.
foundation together. For me to now be
Whatsoever.
saying hi to you in the gym, for like if I bumped into someone else, they'd be like, "Oh, how do you know this guy?" "Oh, we went on one date and then he wanted to hire me and now we don't talk."
He wanted
Like
to
I don't
hire
want to
me.
have
He wanted me to drive to his
don't-
auntie's house and play a piano for
Yeah.
music.
for his auntie.
For his-
Oh my god. Yeah, I
No.
think that's probably one of the most disappointing experiences because it
Yeah.
was like, oh my gosh, had this great connection, great conversation,
Mm.
ghosted me, comes back in. Oh my gosh, like maybe he wants to talk to me again, offers me a job. Oh, okay. And now blocked.
You're right. What goes through their head? Because that is ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Let's go on a date. Don't speak to you. Speak to you. Don't speak to you. Here's a job. What?
Yeah, I know.
No.
Disclaimer anymore.
Anymore. We've been
But
growing.
girls, we've been there. We have fallen for the BS that these men put us through.
Yeah, we've been ghosted
Yeah.
and then they turn up and we're like, oh my God, he missed me.
Yeah. You can't
Mm-mm.
let them. I only give a man one chance to say he doesn't want me, and then I'm out of there. Can't give them more
That's
than one
it.
chance. Yeah. You give me an inkling, you don't want me, you're not taking me seriously, I'm gone. And
Yeah.
that's a recent thing of mine
It is
that I've
yeah.
learned.
Yeah. Ditto. And I think also you've got so good at it as well, and recognizing it as well. Like
Yeah.
good at recognizing it and then acting on it. It's not like you just recognize and be like, maybe things will change. No, you've recognized it and then acted on it. And in actuality, you've chosen yourself in
Yeah.
that way, really.
Because I bet if I continue to talk to this recruitment consultant, he probably wanted like a friends with employee with benefits situation.
Stop it. What are my perks of the workplace?
Yeah, the perks are this dick.
Yeah, literally, you will sit on a dick.
You're gonna sit on this dick during your break.
You want a smoke break? You could smoke my pipe. Like literally.
I did not want to sign up for that. I'm
No
sorry.
way.
Mm-mm.
No way.
Not for
Go
me.
to hell.
Right?
R.I.P.
Did he just wake up one day after 5 weeks of seeing me and be like, "Yeah, that girl Natalie. I remember she plays the piano. Let me message her." What?
I need a pianist. I know who.
Yeah. Go on Gumtree. Like, find
Go
someone.
on Gumtree. And if you're in the industry, surely you know loads of people. Why?
Babes, he's
Look,
not in the industry.
He's not in the
That's-
industry.
Nah, he's got a full-time job.
He is not in the industry.
Yeah. Anyways, that wasn't my man. That wasn't my man. Just like Mr. Fiat 500 was not your man.
There's
We should
been
hook them
many
up.
bad ones.
The recruitment consultant could get a free lift.
Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that?
Connecting
Right?
people.
Give us our commission because we're just putting you good for nothing together.
Right? They can be disappointments together.
Oh, love that for them.
Yeah.
Love that. We have had some disappointing dates for real.
And we have, but
The DD.
But yeah, guys, if you're listening, if you also have any disappointing dates, we would love to hear about them. So Probably the best way to let us know, drop us a DM. Should you do that? DMs are
Yeah,
quicker about
DMs are
your,
quicker.
yeah, your worst or your most disappointing date. Like
Mm-hmm.
just, yeah,
We want to
let us
know it
know.
all.
We do. So we can like share your pain with you because we've been there. We've been through it.
Sometimes we're still there.
Mm. Yeah. So drop us a DM or we're not even on Twitter. So like tweet us. You can tweet us. I don't know who go to.
You're gonna
Maybe
go
we
to
should set
Elon
up a Twitter.
Musk.
Okay. Slay doesn't like Twitter. So the Baddies Book Club won't be on Twitter. Are we putting that
Our
on the record?
handle is the BB_club. Okay, that's the BB_club. THEBB_CLUB. Who
Club.
knew I could spell under pressure? Not me.
I know your heart was beating. Like, don't mess up now. You did good, girl. You did
Thank
good.
you. Thank you, girl.
But yeah, get in contact
Thank
with
you.
us because we might have some
Mm.
people listening on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever this is that's
Mhm.
found us through there. So head on over to our Instagram, give us a
Please.
follow, give us a like, tell us,
Yeah.
you know, what you like about us, what you don't like about us.
Yep.
Maybe keep that bit to yourself.
Yeah.
And let us know about your disappointing dates. But
Yeah, please.
I think we'll wrap it up here.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, guys. We love you very much.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Continue tuning in, and we'll be back next week.
Bye.
You can do the outro.
Yes.